Welcome to Relax and Sleepy Stories channel, where dreams unfurl like the quiet ripples on a placid lake. Imagine yourself standing on the weathered old dock, the soft patter of rain gently tapping around you, each drop adding its calming cadence to the symphony of the afternoon. The gray sky above casts a soothing, filtered light across the scene, transforming the world into a soft canvas of tranquility. The father and son on the dock breathe in the freshness of the rain-soaked air, their fishing rods casting slow arcs over the water. Occasionally, they share a quiet smile or an unspoken word, as if the soft music of the lake connects their thoughts. Nearby, the log cabin nestled among the trees stands as a silent sentinel, its wooden facade echoing stories of warmth and gentle, crackling fireplaces. The green leaves overhead whisper softly in the breeze, as if sharing secrets of the serene wilderness. The rain continues its gentle tap dance, leaving silvery lines trickling down to meet the lake's surface, blurring the line between water and sky. The only interruption in the peaceful scene is the soft plop of a curious fish surfacing for a fleeting moment before disappearing into the depths again. Time seems to slow as the late afternoon gently fades towards evening, casting a calm haze over the waterscape. The world seems to hold its breath, waiting for something, yet content with nothing but the moment itself. Here, on the edge of the lake, serenity finds you and whispers you into the embrace of peaceful slumber. It's time to drift away. Let nature's lullaby guide you gently into dreams. Feel the gentle weight of your body against the chair, letting your muscles sink and soften. Starting first with your jaw, allow it to unclench, release, and ease into stillness. Shift your focus upward to your shoulders, recognizing any tension gathered there, and imagine it melting away like the rain on leaves, leaving a comforting warmth behind. Now, extend this awareness to your hands. See them resting quietly, fingers relaxed. Let gravity take hold as they loosen, lying alongside you in serene repose. Draw in a deep breath now, slowly, filling your lungs for a count of 4. Hold gently for 7, and exhale softly, unhurriedly for 8. Feel each breath weaving a tapestry of calm, linking you to the tranquil chorus of the rain. With every cycle of breath, the rhythm soothes your mind, wrapping you in a cocoon of peace. Letting go of the day's weight, you are here, present, now. The raindrops kissed the surface of the lake with gentle murmurs, creating ripples that spread like tiny whispers across the water. The father and son sat quietly on the old wooden dock, their fishing lines dipping lazily into the serene depths below. A soft light filtered through the gray sky, casting a silvery glow over everything it touched. as if the world itself was wrapped in a delicate haze. The boy's gaze wandered over the scene around him, the lush trees standing tall, almost like ancient sentinels with their leaves swaying softly in the cool breeze. Each tree seemed to have its own secret, a story etched into every bark and branch, shared only with those patient enough to listen. He turned his eyes skyward, watching as the rain fell in a rhythmic dance, each drop a quiet note in an endless symphony. The clouds moved slowly, their shapes shifting and merging, as though painting a dreamy canvas above them. "Do you think the trees talk to each other, Dad?" the boy asked, his voice barely a whisper, curiosity as deep as the lake beside him. The father smiled, a serene warmth in his eyes. "Perhaps they do," he replied softly, casting another line into the depths. In silent conversations, carried by the wind, the sound of nature enveloped them once more, the melodious interplay of rain, wind, and leaves, crafting a lullaby that rocked the world around them into a gentle tranquility. As the light dimmed and evening began to weave its way into the late afternoon, the cozy log cabin nestled nearby promised warmth and shelter, a refuge from the world outside. The boy leaned closer to his father, seeking warmth from the presence beside him. The air was cool, but not unfriendly, wrapping around them like a soft, comforting blanket. "Let's just sit here a bit longer," the father murmured, his voice blending seamlessly with the symphony of the lake. And together they drifted into a shared peace, their thoughts mingling with the rain-kissed air. As the father and son sat together on the dock, the gentle melody of the falling rain continued its rhythmic dance upon the lake's surface, creating a soothing symphony that settled deep into their bones. The boy, eyes wide with wonder, watched the infinity of ripples spreading like whispered secrets upon the serene waters, each drop a message in their own language. "Dad," he murmured, his voice barely rising above the rain, "do you think the raindrops have stories too?" The father, his gaze fixed on the distant horizon where sky merged with water, smiled softly. "Perhaps they do, son. Each one born up in the clouds, traveling vast distances just to touch the earth. Maybe they've seen things we can only dream of." The boy leaned back, letting the steady patter of the rain wrap around him like a gentle lullaby. "I wish I could hear their tales." His father nodded, a slow movement in the calm rhythm they shared. "Sometimes, if you listen closely," he whispered, bending down to nudge a small pebble with his toe, letting it dance off the edge of the dock, "you can almost hear them." The boy closed his eyes, swaying slightly with the breeze that rustled through the verdant canopy around them. In the gentle rustle of leaves, in the patter of rain and ripple of the lake, he imagined the stories unfolding. "Maybe one day," he breathed, "we'll be like them, traveling and telling our tales." The father chuckled softly, a sound lost to the embrace of the rain. "Life is like that, you know, a journey, full of stories waiting to be woven." And as the day slid slowly into evening, the fabric of stories wove around them, cocooning them in warmth and the quiet promise of shared adventures yet to come. The air carried the fragrant scent of pine, mingling with the soothing aroma of fresh rain. It was a smell that spoke of ancient forests and timeless afternoons. The boy inhaled deeply, letting the woody notes fill his senses, already lost in the gentle rhythm of their surroundings. "Can you smell it, Dad?" he asked, his voice nearly a whisper, a quiet reverence for nature. "It smells like Christmas," he added, a playful smile tugging at his lips. The father chuckled softly, nodding as he took in the familiar, comforting aroma. "The smell of pine has been with us for ages," he replied, his tone as soft as the falling rain. "It's like a gentle lullaby from the forest, reminding us of home, of warmth." They sat together, allowing the moments to stretch between them like the soft melodies of an untold song. In the distance, a gentle breeze whispered through the trees, causing the leaves to rustle ever so slightly. "It's amazing how a smell can hold so many memories," the boy mused aloud, his eyes tracing the outlines of the trees swaying gently around them. His father grinned, his expression serene. "Every scent tells a story," he said, almost in a murmur, "and each one brings us closer to the earth, connects us to everything around us." The boy closed his eyes for a moment, breathing in deeply once more, imagining the stories whispered by the pine and rain. The thought of an endless world filled with unimaginable tales seemed to unfurl with every breath. The rain began to taper off slightly, its gentle tapping slowing to a faint drizzle, yet the tranquility lingered. The rain draped them in a gentle curtain, so soft that each drop seemed to wrap the world in its own tiny embrace. The boy's fishing rod gave a small jerk, but he was too entranced by the scene to notice, and so it just hung there, forgotten in his hands. He turned to his father with a quiet smile, the profound stillness wrapping them both. "Do you think the trees feel this rain just like we do?" he asked, voice barely above a whisper. His father chuckled softly, adjusting the collar of his worn, cozy raincoat, the fabric slightly damp yet comforting. "I think they might," he replied. "They must enjoy the rain too, feeling it touch their leaves as they sway, just like this." A shared stillness fell between them again, the rain continuing to patter gently on the lake's surface, creating a melody of tranquility. The boy pulled his raincoat closer, appreciating its familiar comfort, much like the moments they shared. It was a warmth that went beyond the physical, a warmth of companionship and understanding. Nearby, the cabin nestled like a mother hen cradling her chicks, promising a snug retreat from any chill the rain might bring. The thought of stepping inside, of wrapping up in soft blankets, filled both their minds, that anticipation of snugness and safety. "Let's head back soon," the father suggested with a gentle smile. "We don't want to miss the cozy warmth waiting inside." The boy nodded, imagining the crackle of a fire they would build, the comforting embrace of blankets, the promise of an evening shared in contentment, while outside, The rain continued its gentle hymn. The gentle hymn of the rain settled into the tranquil silence surrounding the lake, when a rustling in the nearby undergrowth caught the boy's attention. He peered through the rain-speckled air and caught sight of a small, bushy-tailed visitor, a curious squirrel, poking its head out from behind the rain-soaked shrubs. The creature's eyes were bright and inquisitive as it scurried across the forest floor, every movement swift yet cautious. The boy nudged his father gently and pointed towards the little traveler. The father nodded with a soft smile, whispering, "Looks like we're not the only ones enjoying the rain today." His voice was barely above the soothing pitter-patter of droplets around them. The boy watched, enraptured, as the squirrel bounded from one lush patch of moss to another, stopping occasionally to nibble on hidden treasures from the earth. "Do you think it has a family nearby?" the boy wondered aloud, his eyes still following the squirrel's darting movements beneath the canopy of whispering leaves. The father chuckled softly, a gentle warmth in his voice as he replied, "Perhaps. It gathers food for a little family tucked away in its own cozy corner of the forest." The boy imagined a tiny squirrel family nestled in a hole high up in one of the towering trees, like a secretive abode shielded by bending branches and slick leaves. The image brought a smile to his face, a quiet delight blooming in his heart. The squirrel, seemingly satisfied with its trial of adventure, paused for a moment. Standing on its hind legs, it scanned the tranquil scene around the lake, mirroring the father and son's quiet observation. A wave of presence seemed to ripple through the air, an understanding shared between the lonely squirrel and the people by the water's edge. As the squirrel darted back into the safety of the trees, the boy sighed softly. "Goodbye, little friend," as if bidding farewell to an old companion. The patter of rain continued its soothing serenade, the air wrapped in a soft, serene embrace. All seemed to settle into a slow, gentle rhythm, urging the fading light of the evening to unfold its delicate hues across the sleeping lake. The gentle transition of light painted the lake in hues of twilight, leaving a trail of sparkling whispers across the water. The father and son sat quietly, feeling the embrace of the evening deepening around them. Each droplet created delicate ripples that reached out, tenderly touching the surface and soothing the lake's gentle heart. The father's voice slipped into the gentle cadence of the moment. "Did you notice how the water waves softly when the raindrops fall?" he asked. The boy nodded, his eyes following the gentle dance of the ripples. He watched, mesmerized by the endless conversations that seemed to unfold between the rain and the lake. "It's like the water is whispering secrets back to the sky," the boy mused. "Or maybe the rain is telling tales of its journey from the clouds above." He leaned back against his father's warm shoulder, content in the simple mystery of it all. A gentle breeze wove through the trees, unfurling a soothing lullaby that rustled the leaves softly. The sense of peace lingered, and the boy felt the soft patter of the rain wash over him, like a tender lullaby. His eyelids grew heavy, lulled by the serenity of the evening. Overhead, the sky began to deepen to a richer shade of blue, dotted with the first peaks of starlight beginning to twinkle softly through the diminishing clouds. The father's voice, now almost a whisper, drifted into the evening air. The stars will be out soon, hidden between clouds and dreams. The boy listened, feeling the weight of sleep gently calling to him beneath the rhythm of the lake's whispers. His heart matched its pace, slow, steady. The world wrapped them in its soothing embrace, carrying them into the night with a gentle, invisible sigh. The soft hum of the wind danced through the trees, weaving its way between branches and curling gently around the cabin nestled in the grove. It carried with it a symphony of whispers, gentle secrets of the forest, and the occasional creak of the wooden dock beneath their feet. The father and son sat in serene silence, their eyes following the path of a lone leaf as it floated down to settle on the water's calm surface. As the breeze caressed their faces, the father closed his eyes, tilting his head slightly to better catch its murmurings. "The wind has been speaking as long as the trees have stood, don't you think?" he mused, his voice nearly blending with the rustling leaves. The boy nodded, his gaze fixed on the horizon, where the gray sky began to deepen with the hint of early evening. "Do you think it remembers everything, Dad, like the stories of the old trees?" He leaned back slightly, letting the gentle sway of the dock lull him further into the comforting embrace of nature. The father thought for a moment, feeling the gentle tug of the line held loosely in his hands, before answering in a near whisper, "Perhaps it does, picking up tales from everywhere it roams, passing them on wherever it goes, like a storyteller who's always moving." The soft, rhythmic tapping of raindrops added a gentle percussion to the melody all around them, each splash a note in the endless song. A lull in their quiet conversation left room for the wind's gentle lament. It brushed around them, sifting through the pine needles, sending a fresh wave of that familiar scent towards them. The boy breathed in deeply, letting the aroma fill his senses, the scent of home and warmth. "Can we listen to the stories it carries?" the boy asked, his voice barely rising above the sounds of nature. The father smiled softly, placing a hand on his son's shoulder. "If we listen closely, we might hear fragments, echoes of old adventures, whispers of things long past, and dreams yet to come." Together they sat, enveloped in the dance of the leaves, the chorus of the rain, and the quiet echo of the stories carried by the wind, as day lingered in the embrace of nightfall. The boy nestled closer to his father, feeling the comforting presence beside him as the sky darkened overhead. The gentle murmur of raindrops against the leaves continued, each drop a tiny percussion in nature's symphony. "Do you smell that?" the father asked softly, turning his head slightly toward his son. The boy inhaled deeply, the scent of wet earth rising up around them, earthy and rich. It smells like fresh bread," the boy mused, his eyes softly closing as he let the aroma envelop him. Sweet and whole, his father added, nodding slowly. Like the ground itself is breathing, happy to be drenched. They both settled into a shared silence, listening to the world breathe alongside them. "Do you think the earth speaks in sense?" the boy wondered, a thoughtful crease forming on his brow. His father smiled, a soft laugh escaping him, warm and gentle, as he replied, "Maybe it whispers the stories of the forest, the stories only rain can coax out." The boy nodded, imagining these earthy tales, the soil storing secrets, the roots of trees stretching deep to cradle them. The air around them was filled with the soothing fragrance of rain-kissed greenery, as a breeze carried a chill, making them wrap their raincoats a little tighter. As the sound of the rain deepened, the father and son sat quietly, soaking in the moment, finding warmth in each other's presence. And as the sky continued to darken, the day was gently nudged towards night, the rain a constant lullaby, nurturing dreams yet to be told. The boy gazed up at his father, and beneath the dripping branches of the trees he spoke. "Do you think the rain ever gets tired of falling?" He looked into the gray horizon, eyes filled with wonder. His father chuckled softly, the sound nearly blending with the rain's gentle rhythm. "The rain, it's like a painter, finding the perfect shade of calm for the world. Never tired, always creating." They both listened, the pattering of raindrops a lullaby against the leaves, both of them finding peace within it. "Your voice, Dad, it's like the rain," the boy mumbled, leaning against his father's arm. "Always soothing." Father smiled tenderly, running a hand through the damp curls on his son's head. "And your questions, they're like tiny seeds, growing into beautiful thoughts." A calming silence enveloped them once more, only touched by the occasional splash of a distant fish. The boy watched as the ripples reached the dock, curiously spiderwebbing outward. "The ripples have stories too, don't they, Dad?" "Yes, indeed," said his father, voice soft like the rain. "Every ripple tells a tale of its own, tracing circles of life." At that moment, time seemed to slow, blending heartbeats with the rhythm of rain. The boy whispered, "I hope our stories are like the rain, never ending." The gentle patter of rain continued, a rhythmic lull that enveloped everything in tranquility. The father and son sat silently for a moment, their fishing rods resting by their sides. The boy shifted slightly, nudging closer to his father, feeling the warmth and comfort of his presence amidst the cool, damp air. As the light began to softly fade, the lake glowed with a muted, silvery light. Each raindrop that met the water's surface seemed to carry a message, whispering softly as it disappeared into the depth below. A gentle sigh escaped the boy's lips, matching the calm exhale of the evening breeze. The father, sensing the day's gentle conclusion, wrapped an arm around the boy's shoulders, pulling him close. "It's almost like the world is saying goodnight," he murmured, his voice a soft reassurance against the canvas of falling rain. The boy closed his eyes momentarily, letting the sounds of nature lull him further into a sense of peace. "Do you think the rain misses us when we leave?" he asked, his voice barely above a whisper. With a serene smile, the father replied, "Perhaps, but we always come back." He paused, letting the stillness speak before adding, "It's like a long embrace from an old friend, waiting patiently, always ready to welcome you back." The boy nodded slowly, accepting the thought. He watched as the sky gradually darkened, painting the world with deep shades of blue and gray. The dance of light and shadow, a comforting embrace. The trees seemed to whisper their evening lullabies, their leaves rustling gently in the breeze. "Time to head back," the father said quietly, reluctance mingling with acceptance. They stood up, gathering their things with deliberate slowness, savoring each moment of this serene farewell. As they turned towards the cabin, the boy looked back one last time, committing the scene to memory. The rain-kissed lake, the silhouette of the trees standing like silent sentinels, the familiar dock that had hosted their day of tranquility. They walked hand in hand through the whispering trees, each step a tender promise to return, to the lake, to the rain, to the stories yet untold.